Welcome to Sports Zone and to our signature series Wimbledon, Legends of the Lawn, where we dive into the lives of the greatest champions to ever grace center court. In this episode, we bring you the extraordinary journey of a woman who changed the face of women's tennis, not just with her dominance, but with her courage, heart, and transformation. From defying Cold War politics to redefining fitness and identity in sport, this is the story of the indomitable Martina Navratilova. Wimbledon is tradition, order, ceremony, white clothes, polite claps, and the hush of heritage. But into this world of genteel elegance stormed Martina Navratilova. Muscles, fire, rebellion, and vulnerability rolled into one. She didn't just dominate the center court, she redefined what it meant to be a champion. This is not just the story of a tennis player. It is the story of a refugee, a fighter, a pioneer, and above all, a woman who wore her scars like medals and made the green grass her sanctuary. Martina Navratilova was born on October 18, 1956, in Prague, Czechoslovakia, a country locked behind the Iron Curtain. As a child, she was a natural athlete, but her life was full of obstacles: divorced parents, an oppressive political regime, and a society that didn't understand difference. Yet Martina never played to fit in. She played to be free. Tennis became her language of liberty. Her stepfather, Miroslav Navratil, saw her gift early and coached her. She wasn't just good, she was electric, a left-handed tornado with an attacking game that terrified opponents. But her heart longed for more than just winning matches. It longed for truth. And truth in her country came with chains. In 1975, at just 18, Martina made the most courageous decision of her life. She defected to the United States during a tournament. She left everything behind, her country, her citizenship, her family, to chase freedom. "I felt like I was dying and being born at the same time," she would later say. She cried in the locker room, not out of fear, but because she had no idea if she'd ever see her loved ones again. But she had something else now, a blank canvas. Early in her career, Martina was brilliant but inconsistent. Her power game, serve-volley tactics, and athleticism were revolutionary. Yet, she couldn't quite break through the psychological wall. Chris Evert stood on the other side of that wall. Graceful, composed, precise. They became rivals, friends, mirrors of each other. Martina lost to Chris again and again, and each time her doubts grew louder. "You're not elegant enough, not feminine enough, not calm enough," the world whispered. Her weight fluctuated, her confidence wavered. She was mocked for being muscular, for being gay, for being foreign. She was too different for the establishment. But something changed when she began working with coach Nancy Lieberman and trainer Renee Richards. She rebuilt her body, her game, and her mind. "I had to create a Martina the world couldn't deny." Martina's first Wimbledon title came in 1978. She beat Chris Evert in a 3-set battle and collapsed to her knees, overcome. It wasn't just about the trophy, it was validation of her choices, her identity, her journey. But it wasn't enough. The fire inside her didn't want one, it wanted all. What followed was one of the greatest reigns in sports history. From 1982 to 1987, Martina won 6 consecutive Wimbledon titles, slicing through the competition with ruthless brilliance. She read the grass like Braille, turning defense into attack, volleying with impossible precision. Her serve and volley game wasn't just a strategy, it was a war dance. Opponents feared her, fans awed at her, critics softened. "When Martina played," said one commentator, "she made the grass tremble." Off the court, she was no less fierce, advocating for LGBTQ rights, standing tall in her truth, even when it cost her endorsements and invitations. "I didn't play to be loved, I played to be myself." But underneath the titanium surface, she was soft, sensitive, always wondering if people saw the person beneath the power. The rivalry with Chris Evert defined both their careers. They played 80 times, pushing each other to greatness. But theirs was a rivalry of respect, even love. Without Chris, I wouldn't be Martina. She brought out the best in me. Then came Steffi Graf, faster, younger, relentless. Their matches were symbolic, the baton being passed, the queen meeting the future. Martina fought, but time was undefeated. Her loss to Graf in the 1988 Wimbledon final marked the end of an era, yet she walked off smiling. You can't hate someone for being the future. You can only prepare them for the weight of the crown. Martina retired in 1994. Her final Wimbledon singles match was emotional, raw. The center court rose, tears flowed. But something inside her whispered, "You're not done yet." She returned in 2000, not for glory, but for love of the game. She played doubles, mentored younger players, won Grand Slams even in her 40s. In 2003, at age 46, she won the Wimbledon mixed doubles title, her 20th Wimbledon crown, the most in history. I wasn't trying to prove anything, I just missed being home. And for Martina, center court was always home. Retirement didn't mean silence. Martina became a powerful voice, commentating, mentoring, fighting for gender equality and LGBTQ rights. She survived breast cancer, came back stronger. She loved deeply, laughed loudly, and always said what others were too afraid to. Her activism was never a costume. It was her armor. People will try to box you, be too big for any box. For all her power, Martina was profoundly human. She doubted, she broke, she longed for acceptance in a world that feared the other. Her greatest victories weren't just on court, they were internal. Learning to love her body in a world that told her it was too strong, embracing her identity when it meant losing sponsors, defecting from a country and losing a motherland to find her own truth. I didn't just win titles, I won myself. And that, perhaps, is the real crown. Martina Navratilova won 9 Wimbledon singles titles, 7 doubles, and 4 mixed, an all-time record 20 titles on the green lawns. But more than that, she brought truth to a game wrapped in tradition. She changed how women played, how athletes trained, how people viewed strength. She came to Wimbledon a refugee. She left a queen, and every July, when center court is kissed by the sun and the crowd holds its breath, you can almost hear the echo of her steps, the slice of her volley, and the sound of freedom in motion. She wasn't just a tennis champion, she was a pioneer, an icon, and the heart of one of Wimbledon's most riveting eras. That was Martina Navratilova, and her name will forever echo through the grass courts of history. If her story inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Sports Zone. In our next episode of Wimbledon, Legends of the Lawn, we bring you the silent assassin of the 1990s, the man who ruled Wimbledon with calm precision and a booming serve, Pete Sampras. Stay tuned, the legends continue.